We are coming up on Tract 16 at the Fiery Fork Conservation Area. We're coming from the south, so the land is on the left. Where we are here, this is where the easement road will be when it's installed. I'm in a truck or an SUV. You can still access it with no problem. But the guys are in the process of actually installing the easement road. Tract 16 is, well, these are all great properties. They really are. But Tract 16 has a nice amount of pasture, and it's got some big timber as well. So let's have a look. Okay. So over here, we're on the east side of Tract 16. We've got a nice section of pasture. The guys are mowing it today and tomorrow. Hasn't been mowed for a couple years actually. We just got a hold of these properties. Super private, and what an area for wildlife. I can see deer beds all throughout this pasture. When they mow this will be gorgeous. It'll look just like a yard. This was a hayfield, I believe, at some point. So as we walk to the west, we transition into the timber, and this does have mature timber. The pasture area, that's basically flat, and then we'll get into the timber, and I believe it will start to drop. It doesn't drop right away, but it looks like, yes, it does drop down. Begins to slope down. So now we're looking to the west. It starts as a gradual slope, and then as you get in about, I don't know, 100 feet, it looks like it gets a little steeper. I am seeing some good mature timber. And this does slope down, obviously, but it's not what I would call steep. We have some huge oak trees on this tract. Some medium-sized trees too, but there are some monstrous oak trees. That's a huge tree right there. And this is one of the tracts where you can go directly into the Fiery Fork Conservation Area from the property. In fact, if we were to keep walking west for a few hundred feet, we would basically be in the Fiery Fork Conservation Area. And there are trails, you can hunt in there, there are campsites, a couple of access points to the little Niangua River. Pretty amazing situation to have your own private property that you can keep and maintain and build upon or hunt or camp, and have direct access into 1,600 acres, which you can also use. Interesting property. This is a cool one. This is Tract 16 at the Fiery Fork Conservation Area. We're actually only about 5 miles from Lake of the Ozarks. I don't know if I mentioned that. Lovely property. The flat area is on the east, where we came from. And then, like I said, it transitions into more of a slope when we get to the timber. And I can see a few spots where it flattens out a little bit here on the toward the middle of the property. But then it slopes down again. So you've got a good flat area on the east, a slope here in the middle with a few flat areas. A lot of potential building sites on this one. Mature timber and direct frontage on the Fiery Fork Conservation Area. I've only mentioned that 15 times, so there's number 16. Number 16 for Tract 16.